Welcome back to Mythstory and Legends. In our previous episodes, we followed Jason and the Argonauts as they embarked on their epic quest, encountering both friends and foes. Now, we delve into some of the most challenging trials they faced on their journey, starting with their encounter with the blind prophet Phineus and the fearsome Harpies. As the Argonauts sailed onwards, they reached the land of Thrace, where they encountered Phineus, a blind prophet tormented by the Harpies. Phineus had once been a favored seer of Apollo, but he had fallen out of favor with the gods for revealing too many of their secrets to mortals. As punishment, Zeus had blinded him and sent the Harpies to plague him. These monstrous bird women would swoop down and steal or befoul his food, leaving Phineus perpetually hungry and tormented. When the Argonauts arrived, they found Phineus in a pitiable state, weakened and desperate. Despite his suffering, he possessed great wisdom and foresight. Recognizing the Argonauts as his potential saviors, Phineus implored them to help him rid his tormentors. In return, he promised to provide them with valuable guidance for their journey ahead. Jason and the Argonauts agreed to help the old seer. Among the crew were the Boreads, Zetes and Calais, the winged sons of Boreas, the north wind. They were uniquely suited for the task at hand. As the Harpies descended once more to torment Phineus, Zetes and Calais took to the air, their powerful wings granting them incredible speed and agility. The chase was fierce and relentless. The Harpies, realizing they were being pursued by beings capable of matching their flight, screeched in fury and terror. Zetes and Calais pursued them across the skies, determined to drive them away from Phineus for good. The chase led them over mountains and across seas, until finally, the Harpies, exhausted and defeated, retreated to a distant island, vowing never to trouble Phineus again. With the Harpies vanquished, Phineus was overwhelmed with gratitude. True to his word, he provided the Argonauts with crucial information about the perils that lay ahead. He warned them of the Symplegades, or clashing rocks, massive boulders that crashed together with terrifying force, crushing anything that attempted to pass between them. Phineus instructed the Argonauts to release a dove before attempting the passage, observing its path to navigate the treacherous waters safely. Armed with this knowledge, the Argonauts prepared to leave Thrace. Phineus, now free from his torment, blessed them and offered prayers for their safe passage. The encounter with Phineus and the Harpies not only provided the Argonauts with valuable guidance, but also underscored the importance of compassion and courage in their quest. As they sailed away, the heroes felt a renewed sense of purpose, ready to face the trials that awaited them. With Phineus' advice fresh in their minds, the Argonauts sailed towards the deadly Symplegades. These clashing rocks, located at the entrance to the Black Sea, were infamous for their deadly dance, smashing together with such force that no ship could pass through unscathed. The sight of these colossal rocks, looming and menacing, filled the Argonauts with a mix of awe and dread. As they approached, Jason prepared to follow Phineus' instructions. He released a dove, and the crew watched with bated breath as it flew towards the rocks. The dove darted through the narrow gap just as the rocks began to close. It emerged on the other side, with only its tail feathers clipped. Encouraged by this sign, Jason and Tiphys, the skilled helmsman, readied the Argo to attempt the passage. The Argonauts rowed with all their might, their muscles straining and sweat pouring down their faces. The timing had to be perfect. As they neared the gap, the rocks began their deadly convergence. Tiphys, with nerves of steel, steered the Argo into the narrow passage. The rowers pushed with all their strength, their oars slicing through the water with powerful, synchronized strokes. The tension was palpable. The sound of the rocks grinding together was deafening, a thunderous roar that seemed to shake the very sea. Just as the rocks began to close in, the Argo surged forward, propelled by the sheer will and effort of its crew. The stern of the ship scraped against the closing rocks, but they emerged on the other side, battered but intact. The Argonauts let out a collective cheer of relief and triumph. They had conquered one of the most fearsome obstacles of their journey. The passage through the Symplegades was a testament to their bravery, skill, and unyielding determination. It marked a turning point in their quest, proving that with unity and courage, they could overcome even the greatest of challenges. As they sailed away from the Symplegades, the rocks, having fulfilled their fated role, remained permanently apart, allowing safe passage for future travelers. The Argonauts' victory over the clashing rocks was not just a physical triumph, but a symbolic one, representing their growing confidence and resilience. With the Symplegades behind them, the Argonauts continued their journey towards Colchis, the land of the Golden Fleece. The voyage was long and arduous, but each challenge they overcame strengthened their resolve. They navigated treacherous waters, faced hostile creatures, and endured the capricious whims of the gods. The sight of Colchis on the horizon filled them with a renewed sense of purpose and anticipation. Colchis, ruled by King Aeetes, was a land shrouded in mystery and danger. Aeetes was known to be a powerful and cunning ruler, fiercely protective of the Golden Fleece. The fleece, a symbol of authority and divine favor, was guarded by a fearsome dragon and protected by powerful sorcery. The Argonauts knew that retrieving it would be no easy feat. Upon their arrival, Jason sought an audience with King Aeetes. The king, suspicious of the strangers but intrigued by their audacity, agreed to meet them. Jason, displaying the diplomacy and courage that had earned him his leadership, respectfully requested the Golden Fleece. Aeetes, however, was not easily swayed. He set Jason a series of seemingly impossible tasks, hoping to deter him and his companions. The first task was to yoke a pair of fire-breathing bulls and plough a field with them. These bulls, gifts from the god Hephaestus, were monstrous creatures with bronze hooves and breath that could incinerate anything in their path. Jason, undeterred by the danger, accepted the challenge. With the help of Medea, the daughter of Aeetes and a powerful sorceress, Jason was able to complete the task. Medea, who had fallen in love with Jason, provided him with a magical ointment to protect him from the bull's flames. The second task was to sow the ploughed field with dragon's teeth. From these teeth, armed warriors would spring up, ready to attack. Once again, with Medea's guidance, Jason succeeded. He threw a rock among the warriors, causing them to turn on each other in confusion, thus avoiding direct combat with the newly sprouted soldiers. Aeetes, astonished by Jason's success, but still unwilling to part with the fleece, set a final task: to overcome the dragon that guarded the Golden Fleece. This dragon was a terrifying beast, massive and relentless, with scales as hard as iron and a gaze that paralyzed with fear. With Medea's help, Jason approached the dragon. She used her magic to lull the beast into a deep sleep, allowing Jason to retrieve the Golden Fleece. Triumphant but wary of Aeetes' treachery, the Argonauts prepared to flee Colchis. They had accomplished what seemed impossible, but they knew their challenges were far from over. The journey back to Colchis would be fraught with danger, as King Aeetes, furious at their success, would stop at nothing to reclaim the fleece and punish the intruders. As the Argonauts set sail with the Golden Fleece, they felt a mix of exhilaration and foreboding. They had achieved a great victory, but the wrath of Aeetes and the gods loomed over them. The next leg of their journey would test their endurance and unity even further. With the Golden Fleece secured and the treacherous King Aeetes left behind, the Argonauts sailed away from Colchis, their hearts filled with a mixture of triumph and anxiety. The return journey would be no less perilous than the journey to Colchis, but the heroes were now more experienced, their bond stronger than ever. The Argo cut through the waters with renewed vigor, the Golden Fleece gleaming at its prow, a symbol of their hard-won victory. As they navigated the seas, the Argonauts reflected on their journey, the friends they had made, and the foes they had overcome. Each trial had taught them valuable lessons in courage, unity, and resilience. The gods watched from Mount Olympus, their interest in the Argonauts' journey far from waning. Hera, who had taken a special interest in Jason, continued to guide and protect them, while other deities plotted challenges and obstacles to test their mettle. The journey home would require every ounce of their strength, wisdom, and teamwork. Thank you for watching. Join us in our next episode as we continue to follow the Argonauts on their epic journey, encountering new allies and formidable foes along the way. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all the adventures and trials that await Jason and his heroic crew on their quest for the Golden Fleece. Only on Mythstory and Legends.